Peace to your soul, precious one. What you're about to read was not sent by coincidence. You didn't arrive here by scrolling. You were summoned. Something unseen guided your hand. Something divine stirred in your spirit. Something holy whispered, now. And heaven waited until this very moment to speak directly into your heart. Because what's unfolding now in your life cannot be explained by logic, luck, or timing. This is prophecy fulfilled. You felt it, haven't you? A tension you can't name. A pressure in your chest that won't go away. A quiet ache in your heart, not for attention, not for company, but for something sacred. Love. Not just romance. Not surface affection. But soul-deep recognition. The kind that sees your past and doesn't flinch. The kind that walks into your pain and doesn't run. The kind that arrives not to rescue you, but to witness what heaven has rebuilt within you. And right now, as these words fall into your atmosphere, the angels surrounding you are rejoicing, because your spirit is finally ready to receive what heaven has long prepared. You thought you were just surviving heartbreak. But you were actually being positioned for glory. You thought you were just letting go of someone. But you were actually creating space for the one who was written into your story before time began. You thought God had forgotten your address. But the truth is, heaven's been sending the answer this entire time. Slowly. Purposefully. Timelessly. Because when something is sacred, it cannot be rushed. Your restlessness. It's not confusion. It's recognition. Your soul is stirring because it knows something is approaching. Something real. Something holy. Something you were born for. The tears you've cried behind closed doors. The whispered prayers you released at midnight. The ache you've carried like a second skin. They've all reached the ears of the divine. Not a single sigh has been ignored. Heaven has gathered every piece of your longing like treasure, threading it into the foundation of a love story that will redefine what you thought love was. And now the veil is lifting. You may not see the full picture yet, but you feel it. Something is nearer. Your thoughts are changing. Your dreams are becoming vivid. Your energy is shifting. Your old patterns are being disrupted. That's not emotional instability, it's spiritual alignment. God is adjusting your frequency to match what's about to enter your life. Because you cannot carry an old vibration into a new connection. Let me speak to what no one else can see. You've doubted whether love would find you again. You've questioned whether your window has closed. Whether your pain made you too complicated. Whether your silence made you invisible. Whether your healing made you too much to love. But heaven wants to say this clearly, you were never forgotten. You were being preserved. Set apart. Sealed. Hidden in plain sight until the exact moment your story could unfold without disruption. That moment, it's now. The spiritual realm is working. Even as you read this, an alignment is taking place, not metaphorically, but literally. A soul that has longed for someone like you, without knowing your name, is being drawn toward you by divine design. Not by charm. Not by search. But by spirit. Their heart is shifting too. They're dreaming. They're sensing. They're searching for something they can't explain. And heaven is gently whispering, it's almost time. You don't need to chase what is divinely assigned. You only need to stay present, stay open, and stay surrendered. Because what is coming cannot be manufactured. It cannot be forced. It cannot be missed. It can only be recognized. And when it arrives, beloved, it will not feel like fantasy. It will feel like fulfillment. If only you could see what heaven was protecting you from. If only you could see the closed doors as a gift, not a rejection. If only you knew how many times the angels were sent to intervene, not because you weren't ready to love, but because they weren't ready to receive you. Your delay was never a divine dismissal. It was a holy delay for perfect timing. And now, the alignment has begun. You thought the silence meant God was far from you. But it was in that silence that heaven was the most active. The divine realm was not ignoring your longing, it was weaving it into something eternal. Every time you whispered, "Why not now?" Heaven responded, "Because I'm preparing something deeper than what you're asking for." Let me say this gently, but clearly, you were not forgotten. You were being fortified. There are some kinds of love that cannot be rushed. Because if they arrive too soon, they will not bloom, they will bleed. And God refused to let you bleed again. So He allowed the long nights. He allowed the empty space. He allowed the questions, the wandering, the ache. Not because He wanted to withhold. But because He knew that the next person who touched your heart had to be prepared for sacred ground. And your heart, that's what it is now. Sacred. Consecrated. Set apart. So don't curse the delay. Don't despise the wilderness. Don't regret the seasons of solitude. They were part of the plan. They stripped away distractions. They pulled you deeper into healing. They taught you the language of your own soul. So that when the right one comes, you won't be lost trying to find yourself in someone else. You'll already know who you are. And they'll recognize it too. Because their journey, their delay, their silence, it was never punishment either. It was preparation for you. Yes, they're being prepared, too. You are not the only one heaven has been shaping. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is being refined. They're waking up from old patterns. They're shedding wounds they once clung to. They're letting go of false love so they can make room for true connection. And they don't even know it yet. But they're being shaped for you. Heaven is not sloppy with assignments. When God orchestrates a union, He leaves no loose ends. There is a divine weaving taking place, one thread at a time. And this week, this message, this stirring in your soul is proof that the final threads are coming together. Heaven isn't late. You're just closer than you think. Do you remember the moments you cried and whispered, "God, don't let me settle"? Heaven heard you. And instead of rushing to fulfill your desire, heaven honored the bravery in your waiting. Because most people would have settled. Most would have chosen comfort over calling. But you didn't. You chose to believe in something deeper. Even when your heart felt foolish. And now, heaven is honoring that faith. The one who's coming. They aren't going to be flashy. They aren't going to be perfect. But they will be real. Their presence will be gentle. Their voice steady. Their energy safe. They won't try to fix you. They'll sit with you in your process and see it as holy. They will recognize your scars, and respect them. They will speak your soul's language, not because you taught it to them, but because heaven did. You will know it's them not by fireworks, but by peace. When they speak, your nervous system will relax. When they stand near, you'll stop over-explaining. When they love you, it won't feel like you're being tested, it'll feel like you're being trusted. This is what heaven has been preparing you for. So here's what you must do now: let go of timelines. God's clock isn't broken. Your story is on schedule. Release resentment. Your past didn't ruin you. It refined you. Let it go with grace. Remain expectant. Not desperate. Not chasing. Just open, awake, and surrendered. Pay attention. The signs will come. The dreams. The stirrings. The familiar names. The inner knowing. These aren't coincidences. They're breadcrumbs from heaven. Speak this aloud: I'm not too late. I'm not too much. I am right on time for what God has designed. You are not waiting on love to show up. Love is waiting on you to believe again. You are not forgotten. You are being revealed. You are not invisible. You are being divinely protected for something that will make you weep, not from pain, but from recognition. This is the season you'll begin to understand why it all took so long. Because heaven was never writing just a romance. Heaven was writing redemption. Beloved soul, if your heart has been stirring, if your dreams have felt more vivid, if you've sensed an invisible pull in your spirit, it's because the divine realm is actively signaling you. These signs are not accidents. They are breadcrumbs from heaven. And they are increasing. Not because you're imagining things, but because your spirit is waking up to what God has already released in motion. You are being watched, but not with judgment. You are being observed by angels, with joy. They are whispering your name into the spiritual corridors of someone else's atmosphere. They are stirring dreams. They are guiding footsteps. They are making two unfamiliar paths intersect with divine precision. But how will you know it's them? How will you know this isn't another false start? Another person who looks right but walks away? You'll know. Because everything in your spirit will respond before your mind even catches up. Here's how you'll recognize it: it won't be fireworks. It won't be chaos. It won't be overwhelming. It will be stillness. As if your spirit is whispering, "I've known you before we were ever introduced." You won't have to perform. You won't feel the need to over-explain. Your heart will finally exhale. This is not a performance, it's presence. You will begin to see patterns, numbers, dreams, scriptures, even songs that echo the same theme: prepare, they're near. A stranger may say something random that pierces your heart. You might hear their name more than once in a week. You might feel their energy in prayer. This is how heaven prepares you, not by shocking your system, but by gently tuning your frequency to divine resonance. Not just your native tongue, but the language of your growth, your pain, your victories. They will see you. Not the version of you you've crafted to survive, but the real you, the one you've been slowly rediscovering through healing. They will honor your strength without dismissing your softness. They will not ask you to be less. They will not be intimidated by your story. They will be humbled by your resilience. Because they've walked through fire too. You won't need to explain why you take your time. They'll respect your pace. You won't need to justify your boundaries. They'll celebrate them. This is not just about compatibility. This is about alignment. You may still feel a little nervous. You may still question your readiness. But underneath it all, you'll sense one thing rising stronger than fear: peace. Not the peace that comes from certainty, but the kind that comes from trust. Because something in your soul will say, "This is different." And you'll believe it, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Now hear this with clarity: you are not being teased by the divine. You are being invited into holy timing. So don't rush it. Don't overthink it. Don't sabotage it. Just stay present. Stay open. Stay grounded in who you've become. Because this person is not coming for the version of you that used to settle. They're coming for the version of you that knows her worth. The one who healed. The one who chose herself. The one who didn't quit, even when her heart begged her to stop believing. Heaven sees that. Heaven has not missed the chapters you endured silently. The nights you curled up wondering if love would ever feel safe again. The mornings you woke up numb but still chose to pray. The boundaries you rebuilt out of broken bricks. The faith you held when no one saw your silent endurance. God saw it all. And He said, "Now she's ready for what I've been preparing." Now that the time is near, heaven wants you to watch without fear. Because some things will start moving quickly. You may suddenly cross paths. You may feel strangely connected to someone you just met. You may have a dream that leaves you breathless. All of this is divine communication. Don't brush it off. Don't drown it in logic. Let the Spirit reveal. Let heaven lead. And when you see the signs, do not shrink back. When the person arrives, don't second-guess your glow. Don't dim yourself. Don't play small. You are not being chosen by accident. You are being recognized for the light you've carried all along. This connection isn't about popularity. It's not about what looks good. It's about what feels real, sounds holy, and aligns with your assignment. You will not be distracted this time. You will not be deceived. Because this time, you are in tune. You don't need 1,000 confirmations. You just need to trust the one that speaks the loudest in silence, peace. Beloved soul, the closer you move toward the promise, the more intense the battle becomes. This is not a sign that you're wrong, it's proof that you're right on time. What is holy must always be protected. What is sacred will always be attacked by the enemy who fears its fruit. And that's why this part of your journey must begin with a divine warning cloaked in love. Not everyone who smiles at your miracle is rooting for it. Not everyone who claps for your joy wants to see it grow. The moment your soul begins to align with the one heaven chose for you, the spiritual realm responds in two distinct ways. Heaven amplifies. Hell attempts to interrupt. The battle for what's blessed. You must understand this. Spiritual warfare doesn't show up in obvious ways. Sometimes, it appears as distraction. Sometimes, it appears as doubt. And sometimes, it shows up wearing the face of someone familiar. The enemy doesn't mind you being in love, he minds you being in divine alignment. Because love with purpose produces fruit, legacy, breakthrough, restoration, and healing for generations. And the enemy has studied your weakness. He's watched your insecurities. He knows what used to derail you before. So now, as you walk into this heaven-blessed connection, he will send noise to drown out your discernment. But here's the truth. You've grown too strong to fall for counterfeits again. Spiritual counterfeits will try one more time. Don't be surprised if someone from your past reaches out. Don't be shocked if the one who hurt you suddenly misses you. Don't mistake attention for intention. This is the season where you must protect your peace like it's your breath. The divine connection God is preparing you for is not meant to be fumbled. It's not casual. It's not, let's see where this goes. It's heaven ordained, and it carries weight. That's why it's coming with instructions. The divine instructions don't just celebrate the connection, cover it. Speak protection over it. Declare wisdom over it. Invite the Holy Spirit into every conversation, every decision, every moment. This love story was birthed in the Spirit before it touches the earth. And it must stay rooted in God to survive the storm that may come with visibility. Sometimes we're so excited to share what God is doing, we expose it to voices that haven't been assigned to it. This is a season of secrecy with purpose. Let heaven finish building before you show the world the structure. What's growing in sacred soil needs time to take root. Let God protect it in silence before it blooms in the open. This is not the person who hurt you. Don't treat them like they are. You prayed for someone who could love you through the cracks. Now that they're here, don't punish them for the ones who dropped you. Let your healed heart lead, not your guarded one. Words are weapons or seeds. Choose carefully. Call this relationship what it is, a gift. Even in hard moments, remember, it's not you against each other. It's you two against the problem. You weren't sent to compete, you were sent to complete. Heaven will protect what it assigns. You're not guarding this miracle alone. The angels assigned to your love story have already begun to move. They are clearing the path. They are silencing false voices. They are defending what you cannot yet see. Trust that God isn't just giving you love, He's also defending it. And remember, not everyone can come with you. Some friendships will feel strained. Some familiar environments will feel uncomfortable. Some invitations will need to be declined. You are being recalibrated. God is creating a new atmosphere around you. Because this love story requires new air, Heaven is not giving you this love to entertain loneliness. He's sending you a partner who will see you, grow with you, and honor what you carry. This is not just a romantic season, this is a commissioning. You and this person are about to step into purpose together. You've spent years growing individually. Now, you're about to build something holy together. But you must stay focused. You must stay humble. You must keep God at the center. Beloved soul, this is the moment everything begins to make sense. But it will also transform you. The waiting. You'll see a mirror of your maturity. The loneliness. You'll hear echoes of your healing. The silent nights of whispered prayers. You'll feel safe. The healing. Because it's been sanctified. The rebuilding. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Every chapter you walked through was shaping your heart to be able to recognize this moment, when destiny would no longer be just a whisper, it would look you in the eyes. The encounter that feels like a homecoming. You will not see lightning in the sky or hear angel choirs announcing their name. But when they step into your world, everything will shift. It might begin with a conversation. A glance. A moment of stillness between two people who didn't expect their day to turn sacred. But your soul will feel it. I've been waiting for you. The recognition is so deep, this won't be a shallow attraction. It won't be the rush of infatuation. It will be resonance. As if two puzzle pieces that never made sense before suddenly slide into place. They will not feel like a stranger. They will feel like home. You will speak the same unspoken language: healing, faith, growth, depth. There will be an awareness that this connection isn't just love, it's assignment. The person will be human, but heaven sent. Don't expect perfection. Expect alignment. They will have flaws, but they will also have fruit. They will not pretend to be whole. But they'll be committed to wholeness. They will own their journey. They will honor yours. They will not run when things get real. Because they've been through enough to know that real love takes presence, not performance. They will admire your strength, not try to compete with it. They will protect your softness, not take advantage of it. Divine timing will confirm it. Nothing will feel rushed. Nothing will feel forced. Even if the connection unfolds quickly, there will be peace in its pace. Everything will seem to line up, the right words. The right moments. The confirmations from unexpected places, dreams, songs, scriptures, conversations that feel divinely planted. Even people around you will begin to notice your light growing stronger. The purpose of this love, this connection, isn't just about companionship. It's about calling. God is not just bringing you someone to fill your time, He's bringing you someone who will multiply your purpose. This love will make you braver. It will make you softer. It will remind you of who you are, when the world tries to make you forget. They will speak life into you when you feel small. They will hold space for your dreams without trying to diminish theirs. This isn't a distraction, it's a divine alliance. Don't be afraid of the weight of this moment. When you feel it happening, your first instinct might be to withdraw. To protect yourself. To overthink. But heaven says, don't run. Don't sabotage. Don't downplay what I've orchestrated. You're not being foolish for believing. You're being faithful. You're not naive for hoping. You're ready. You're not too late. You're right on time. How you'll know it's them? They will move toward you with intentionality. They will ask real questions. They will listen, not just to respond, but to understand. They won't make you feel like a mystery to decode. They'll make you feel like a masterpiece to honor. They'll talk about growth, not just goals. About healing, not just hustle. About legacy, not just lust. They won't chase you, they'll choose you. And when they do, it will feel safe, sacred, and steady. What happens after the meeting? The world may not celebrate it right away. Some may doubt. Some may envy. But heaven will smile. Because what you carry together is bigger than what others can see. You will not need to prove it to anyone. Your fruit will speak. And heaven will continue to defend what it birthed in silence. Final instructions for this new season: this is a gift, not a trophy. Protect this connection through spiritual covering. Keep God first. Always. Not perfection, but presence, patience, and purpose. And lastly, beloved, you are not hard to love. You are just waiting on the right person to see you clearly. That person has been being prepared this entire time. And now, as heaven unveils what it has so carefully crafted, don't hold back your joy. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be known. Let yourself believe again. Because this love, was heaven's promise to your waiting heart. And now, it's here.